Welcome, esports fans, to the first game of the spring 2022 season here for Varsity Overwatch. We have a JV and varsity team now, so we're going to see, going here in a second, our team and how they're doing for this season. Got a couple changes, as now some players will be on JV that used to be on varsity, and I believe we've got at least one new face here, so we'll kind of go over these heroes here for a second, or rather the players here. Pineapple King, we got Hunter Adair. Yee still spawning in is Mikey Brown. Insane Kaeden is Kaeden Fincher. Sunwolf, we've got Ryan McInerney over here. BHS Brendo is Brendon, I believe it's Roberts. He's actually a student here in the Compact program over from Wadsworth, but still representing the Purple Pride here. We got Sleepless, which is going to be Alec Wuethrich, and I believe that's everybody here on Barberton. So without further ado, why don't we go? So we get everybody here in spawn, as always, swinging around, getting ready. Today, Barberton High School is going to be taking on Wooster High School, or Wooster, as most people say, unless you're from a non-Ohio area. You might say Wooster if you've never heard it, but Wooster is the general pronunciation. I'm joined, as always, by assistant coach Ethan here, who is also on mic. If you'd like to say hello as we're getting the final countdown.
Hello.
All right, let's see how Barberton rolls out on this first map. Nepal here. All right, heading out with the Ryan charge. Surprised we're not going for the top. Usually that's the place to roll out, but it looks like with the Lucio speed boost, they just wanted to get quick in the Symmetra turrets. So just get quick. Oh, wow, they've really set up fast here.
Yeah.
That was a quick rollout. I think that might be their new strategy on this map to really, kind of get this dominance here.
There's a Korean Diva battle going on the back line.
Yeah, this Diva's nuking it out, fighting it out back here against Barberton, but what are they doing? There's no one else coming in from their team, so really it's a 1v6, which we all know how that's going to go, and we saw it happen just now. Ryan going in, getting a laser down with a car wash. Purple coming out from the enemy team. Sleepless looking low, but staying wisely inside of Brendon's defense matrix there.
Why are there turrets there?
Turrets?
There was cemented turrets in a really weird spot from Wooster.
Maybe it was just a panic ability use. Didn't quite see that from my angle.
Perhaps.
Looks like a call was made for one of Barberton's players to go and swap out heroes. I think based on this, maybe they wanted to work on some different heroes. I remember Coach Mosey, who's another one of our coaches here, made a call that they should switch some heroes really quickly here. I think it might be because Wooster, as you may or may not know this, esports fans, that Wooster is a brand new team, and they have not played together very much yet. So it might be that Coach Mosey decided that this might be a match where Barberton can work on some of the strategies it's been developing outside of perhaps their maybe go-tos here. That Ryan charging in and dying. Mercy going for a res that they really had no business taking there. And once again, Wooster is being just picked off left and right. Got one hero up here by themselves, but really they just need to leave, right? I don't see any reason for this soldier to stay here and kind of take some duels. Not much to say other than, well, Barberton's got it pretty handily. We've got no charge on the point by Wooster yet. Let me go back over toward their perspectives, kind of see how they're going over here on this side. Looks like Wooster got the pick off on the Widow here. Or with the Widow, I should say.
15 seconds for Wooster.
Yeah, looks like they're really disjointed here. I think they need to really get a push. Oh, they get the teleporter out.
In comes Diva into the car wash. She's going to be squeaky clean once this is over.
Yeah, all her health bar is going to be washed right off.
Yeah.
Well, Barberton duking out. They managed to finally get a pick off on Sunwolf here. But Brendon Robo really going crazy with this.
He's popping off.
Battle after battle, fight after fight. Barberton's lost almost nobody this entire first round on Nepal. Have they had, I think, what, one hero picked? That was it?
Ult's coming out.
Ult's coming out, but mostly in celebration here. Really, there's not much
Victory
else. Barberton
ults.
didn't even need to use those.
Absolutely. End of the round.
Well, let's see if Wooster can have a stronger showing this next round here. Obviously, we're hoping for a Barberton victory on this first map. But that being said, we really don't know what Wooster has to bring here. Perhaps they're going to come back strong.
Here we are on Village. Usually the plan here is usually to go high ground and duel out there and gain the high ground advantage. But judging by what Barberton did last game, they might actually attempt to go on the point.
With a speed-boosted Lucio, kind of get out, obtain that supremacy. It looks like they don't have anything to really hold that point as strongly as last time.
Not really.
So maybe they will go traditional high ground. It looks like that is the plan here. They still
that
want to get
would
out
be
to
the
the
better
fight
course
faster.
Good.
All
Very good.
Oh, it looks like they still took the high ground, but they're taking the fight right to this corridor. And it's a
Man,
brawl.
Wooster's really late.
Yeah, they're very late, but Barberton's very aggressive going to that point.
Yeah.
Diva goes down to point, but who cares? It's not even unlocked yet. This fight can
Genji
keep
in the back
continuing.
line. They're not even looking at him. He's not even getting looked at right now. That is
turn around. Hunter Adair just poking them from behind again and again and again. What are they to do here?
all they want is some attention, but they won't give it to
They got
him.
their res off there. Interestingly enough, it looked like, but it didn't matter. Worcester being pushed back to the point that, I mean, they've got no space, and now it's Barberton's decision just
didn't
to
even
go.
take the point. Are they going to take the point? Okay.
Well, we got Sleepless on point here. They're topping him off with some heals coming out from Yi here, keeping everybody in good space, or in good spots, rather. All of the balls over here.
And
One hamster
Brendo's in
versus
the
other.
enemy spawn.
What's that?
Brendo and Lucio is in the enemy spawn.
He's really just looking at him, dancing around. I'm not sure why they're not just killing him here. Really doesn't need to be up this far. Maybe just sort of seeing what they can do right now against this team. And
Barberton is really bringing down the hammer for Wooster, almost bullying here.
yeah, I think they should probably back off of this spawn at this point. I mean, it's a fine tactic to hold people. You know, don't give them any ground, but at the same time,
Is Brendo under the ship?
I didn't see that. I didn't see where.
I never knew about that spot. That is a really cool spot.
Oh, down here. I see. I see.
Somber off the map?
At this point, he's just. Oh, yeah. Interesting. Don't know what happened there.
Monkey ulting? Was that a fat finger, baby?
I think they're just using it because I don't think Barberton feels like they need anything other than an ultimate here or there to hold them back, if at all. Their team is rather spread out. Kaeden is punished for this. But,
absolutely.
If you
A strange Lucio ultimate.
we have Kaeden here running on tank today.
What is happening in the spawn? Lucio just used his ult for himself when he was 1v1ing the Mercy.
I think I think that Barberton here is just flexing what they got at the moment, and honestly, it's very one-sided at this point. The enemy team doesn't seem to know how to deal with Barberton's lineup. Either that, or maybe they just don't have the mechanical skill to outplay some of the heroes here. They should be able to pick off this Lucio, right? Where was the coordination from the team to get that kill off?
Is that a Nano Blade? That's a Nano Blade. And he's just going in. No mercy here. No mercy at all.
No any heroes, to be honest. Speaking of heroes,
since the Mercy's dead, because Lucio killed her.
Yeah, that was very brutal. Maybe Wooster can get things back together for the next round. Otherwise, it might be an easy, clean sweep for Barberton. There's at least 2 more maps ahead of us. Potentially more if Wooster can come together. Maybe they have some substitutions to make. Maybe a quick powwow with their coach to kind of get things together here. But they need to be a lot more coordinated and put some pressure into Barberton here if they're going to put up any sort of defense against the Magics here going forward. Strong showing from the Magics. We saw them do a few unorthodox things here, mostly because they could. You know, we saw the first match was the first round was a lot tighter, but the second one, I think they were just kind of seeing what they could get away with. Maybe they'll try some more disciplined tactics on this next one to get a feel out and maybe work on their positioning, things like that, because right now I'm not sure that Barberton is getting much out of this match right now in terms of practice and value for themselves. It's really a bit of a steamroll, unfortunately, for Wooster. But every team has somewhere to start, and hopefully they'll rally back after that first round and put up a good fight against the Magics. But we still want to see a purple victory.
Absolutely.
So let's go to the next map. We're here with our next round on the second map of the match against Wooster, against our own Magics here. We're going to get started right now, so let's go. We've got a couple of substitutions here. Not too many, but we see a few role swaps here in between the maps, which is permitted by the ESO organization to swap roles in between maps, but not during a map. So we've got Taste of Rice coming in here on the Baptiste. That is going to be Brian Stamich here. Other than that, the lineup is mostly the same. It looks like we've got another small swap here. Who did we remove from the last round? Looking, let's see. It looks mostly the same. Hunter Adair is out. That's what it is. Hunter Adair had to head to the musical practice, I believe, for the Barberton's own Little Mermaid. And so we have some swaps around for that. Move a few rolls around. Rolling out here. Got a couple different heroes. I'm curious. Let's see. Do we have a Symmetra again? Yes, Symmetra out of Ryan McInerney here. Barberton pushing up. Reaper's in deep. Might get picked here. Oh, yeah. I don't know if the rest of the team wasn't ready to move in there or what, but actually it's more so that they're behind everybody. Big surprise. While we're fighting a Reaper, the rest of the team's sitting on the point, capping it up, and I don't think that Wooster really noticed.
Sleepless going 8 mode. Several picks. Overall, it's a strong main tank play, but it's not really hard to pull that off against a new team such as this.
Yeah, not to mention the fact that I think really they were so focused on the Reaper that they got tunnel vision in this corner here, when really they should have thought to themselves, hey, where's that teleporter going? Oh, it's behind us.
On the point.
Rest of Barberton pushing up and brawling it out over here, looking for picks.
Some very intense gameplay happening with Barberton's Lucio right now.
I missed the Lucio play. Oh, wait, he's back on the cart. Funny joke, Ethan. Barberton pushing up far here. I think they're really just trying to punish anyone trickling in here and making sure that they get the easy ride as Yi takes the long choo-choo train up to the point. They only need one on. I mean, Barberton's up so very far. If only Wooster would just coordinate a bit, they should be able to punish Barberton for this. But instead, it very much...
Lisa walked off the map.
Oh, no.
The pick claims a soul. Oh, no.
Barberton continuing with the strong show of power and dominance here, saying, you're not getting out of this spawn. If I were Wooster, I would get all 6 respawn, come out around the other side. Don't walk into this. Go around the back, look for a pick. But no, they're trickling out again. These characters over here, this Reaper and this Mercy, are taking fights that they really shouldn't here. They're just... Oh, there goes the monkey. No, he saved the jump just in case. Oh. Nice move by Sleepless there.
Very, very good, very good.
Wooster has the ability to get out of here. It's very difficult to spawn camp and spawn lock people. Oh, almost getting out, but they do get one pick here. Maybe Wooster can get a few more back. I feel myself almost wanting to root a bit for the underdogs here, just to see if they can get out of this spawn as the Yi train rolls on. How's Yi doing over here?
I myself wanting to root for the Pit. The Pit is, I think, a strong contender in this matchup.
Yeah, the Pit's had a lot of kills over here.
Very well.
Finally getting 3 on to kind of speed this up. They're looking to just get onto this point already. Moved away from the spawn camping, but still staying in the general area. With the ult out of the Symmetra, I don't think they're going to be able to contest this. Black hole out and just says, hey, we're going to ride the train in. I'm sure Yi's hoping for some more action next round here. Let's see what happens next round here. Perhaps we can get our first kind of tick on or charge rather, on to the point here, as Wooster was not able to put up any % on either of the points on Nepal. So maybe King's Row is a bit more their style. They really struggled on that first push by Barberton, but we shouldn't discount them yet. And I also think that hopefully they won't hold them in spawn too badly here. I know that there's going to be some changes for map 3, which we'll get to when we get there. But for this map, as Wooster now gets ready to mount their own offense against Barberton's defense, well, let's see what heroes that Barberton's going to be rolling out here. Any changes around? Looks like Sunwolf on the
Widowmaker.
Yeah, Widowmaker. I know that Barberton really needs to get a strong Widow soon, and so this is a time where we can try to work on those Widow skills against a team that I think won't heavily punish Barberton if the Widow play is a little lacking. Taking
the Widowmaker becomes one with the Omnic Overlord.
Yeah.
Uh,
Not
that
necessarily
would
the best place to stand, probably. I would say.
absolutely humorous at best.
Okay, good. So they are readjusting to a more typical position. I was worried they'd stay up there and make themselves just one big shiny target. A lot more cover over here, more places to peek.
Absolutely.
Well, there was a May up top, but I'm not sure what she was doing. But I know what she's doing now. She's respawning.
Ryan.
Ryan up, but alone. Rest of his team not following up here. Don't know if that's just miscoordination, or perhaps the rest of the team just was feeling a little afraid of what Barberton can do as they are moving in to punish. Now that they know that it is a 6v5, 6v4, 6v3, 6v2 until we're down to almost a 6v1 here, they just move in. They know from their experience that if the other team loses someone, that they can pressure, and the other team does not know when to back up and reset. Against Barberton, they cannot afford to just do as they please and walk out willy-nilly and hope to do all right. They have to have a strategy here.
Where's Diva trying to go
Another
right
pick
here? I see.
Sunwolf getting some kills. Moves out just as the Moira advances behind them. Don't know if that was called out by Barberton or not, but good instinct to get out of there. They were playing it pretty far. And it looks like Barberton's decided, you know what, we don't need to hold them in spawn here. Let's back up a little bit and just sort of see what happens. No ultimates yet in the tank on the other side, but Barberton does have a few ults in the tank now. Some fighting going on up in the top of the movie theater here, demeching the Diva, as just fire is traded back and forth along the central choke point. Barberton moving up a little bit. Sleep is getting pretty far there. They should punish him for this. This could be the first death here. Oh, he uses the ult, tosses it out. Can they finish off Sleepless? The answer is no, because they're all sitting on the ground, and now they're all sitting in the spawn. Really, that was the moment that Barberton really going super gung-ho, super out of position for Sleepless there. I think, once again, doing it because they could. I really think that that was the moment where Wooster could have pulled ahead, but unfortunately for them, they did not. Got a ball in the back here, not really accomplishing much. As soon as he lands, he's dead. Now that he has unfortunately set up his own team for a 5v6 instead of taking a smart advance here. They're rolling out of the spawn and just not grouped up in a way that's beneficial to them. I really wish we could talk to Wooster here and just give them that crucial advice of just slow down, take a second, hands off keyboards, take a breather, and move back in together. This one at a time sort of thing is just not going to fly. It's not going to work.
Who knows, though? Maybe Wooster might have one of those anime clutch moments.
Perhaps, yeah. You know, they're starting to get ult charged. They've got May's ultimate. They've got the Moira ult. And it looks like they're going to have the Baptiste ult as well very soon. So it might be time to press some Qs to get some value from Wooster here. It definitely feels tough to get so locked into your spawn, but Overwatch is a territory area control game. What better way to control the area than never letting your opponent have it in the first place? It is brutal, and it's not fun to play against. Barberton has been spawn locked before against, I believe, the first time they had ever played Shaker Heights many years ago, and it's rough. It definitely is a very demoralizing experience. It can make you play tilted, and that might be what is causing so much trouble here for Wooster. You know, if they're a team that hasn't played together much before, they don't know how each other play. They could be getting frustrated with one another. It can be really rough.
What is Wooster's Wrecking Ball doing?
Where is he? You don't even know where he is.
He's in their spawn.
Maybe he's thinking of a hero swap, talking to his team. Hard to say. Oh, getting a hook out. No finish, though. When will we see these ults come out? They've only got 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice. The freeze comes out. Some picks off from Wooster. They're throwing. They're all pressing Q to win here. Lucio Beat comes out from Yi, holding things off. Lots of ults coming out from Barberton to counter this off. Say, hey, you can press Q. Well, we can do it too. And Barberton, unlike Wooster here, is not all pressing Q simultaneously, but staggering it so that way they can gain value out of these ultimates. Ooh, is the car wash going to clean up Yi here? Well, it doesn't really matter when no one's on point.
Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
Well, let's not say it's too unfortunate because we do know that Barberton Magic's picked up another point here, but unfortunate for Wooster. And, you know, we love a Barberton victory, but we love a close game too. And this one, so far, has not been that close. Will we see a bit more out of Wooster in the next map? Why don't we come back here in a moment and find out? Bringing it up for our final match here. Could be the final, but I'm going to say probably the final based on these first few showings. Wooster versus the Magics here on Dorado. We've got some changes here. Due to the kind of sort of strong presence of the varsity team right now. What's that?
The one-sided nature of Barberton over Wooster. Barberton has made a few swaps. Most notably, Taste of Rice. Well, Taste of Rice being Brian, he was in the last game, but also new is Golden Pants.
Oh yeah, no, Taste of Rice was in our last one. Golden Pants is the new one here, as well as Parakeet God actually. So Parakeet God being Kaeden Harris. We're also going to refer to them as either their tag or as Harris here, since there is another Kaeden on the team, which is this one over here. They even has it in their name. So we're going to use Harris or Parakeet God to refer to them. And then once they pick their hero here, Golden Pants is Aiden Montiel, which is another one of our JV players. So we've subbed 2 JV players in for varsity here to kind of give them a chance to kind of get a feel for what a varsity match is going to be, or playing with a varsity team is like, as well as get them a chance to play against some opponents, because JV had a very, very tough opponent. No disrespect to the Wooster team. They're a new team. The JV opponent was a lot more like a varsity team that JV faced this week. They lost 0-3 against their opponent, whereas Barberton here is, well, we'll see how it goes. So why don't we actually, on 3, 2, 1, go.
In addition to just wanting to give JV players more experience with the whole thing, in addition, it's just way better for a team to have a very close match than have a very one-sided battle, because in reality, the team's not gaining anything from that match. They're not learning anything.
Exactly. The team that wins by a ton, they didn't really learn anything. They just spent time sitting at their computer. Yeah. And the team that lost by such a large margin, really all they're doing is hurting their morale. It's not if they're being beaten too badly, they really don't learn anything. They just learn, wow, we lost, and that's not helpful to anybody. We've been in that position before. Many times when our team first started. So let's look at this rollout here.
Barberton's meeting Wooster face-to-face immediately upon the doors open. Bit of an interesting first engagement here. Wooster was set up really, really far. Ideally, they would have been back up on this high ground here. But it looks like actually Wooster's actually pulling ahead a little bit with the couple picks from the Metro there, yeah. Metro's fully charged, it looks like, maybe half.
Support still here to keep up Kaeden. Rest of his team coming back up. I'm surprised that they didn't push. If Wooster had pushed a bit there, they might have been able to push Barberton back into the spawn, much like they had been experiencing last match.
A coordinated dive from Barberton's tanks here.
Barberton's tanks pushing up and punishing. They've got the more divey tanks here. Not really the shield monkeys we're used to seeing dragging around a barrier for their team. Instead, moving forward and making things happen. Interestingly enough, we've got a Winston who is a monkey, or rather an ape, but he's really not a shield monkey in any way.
He is a shield ape who can jump really far and is very mobile.
A little bit of fighting in the side room here. I don't really know. I think Wooster really needs to die and reset with these last heroes, not try to hang on for the last second until something can happen. Parakeet God trading some blows, getting some picks on the Junkrat. Brendon Robo gets picked. I'm not sure where he was. He might have been up further. I wasn't quite watching his position. I was looking at the side fight between Sleepless, Parakeet God, and the enemy team here. Manages to demech, and even though this fight's going on the side, and it's a little bit of an equal fight, while that's going on, Barberton's getting time on the point. Baby Diva is gone. Ooh, nice positioning these mines here, right in the middle of the fight, forcing them to split their team or die.
That was actually a really weird mine.
Really?
From my it was for one, maybe two enemies. The fight's already won. There was no reason to really use them there. Plus, he didn't combine any abilities with it. He just kind of hit Q. Honestly, from the looks of it, it might have actually been an accidental trigger. It may have been a fat finger press.
Perhaps. Maybe I had assumed it was maybe to zone those heroes back a bit and then kind of isolate the targets versus keeping them together. But you could be right. Could have been a mistake because it wasn't necessarily needed for the fight. It just made it clean up much quicker.
But at this point, with how one-sided the map is currently,
they might be losing some of their edge here, making more sloppy or relaxed decisions from the perspective of Barberton here. But they've got ultimates on the side of, ooh, some picks coming out. Looks like Wooster's got some defense here. Yeah, they're cleaning up. I mean,
good cancel on the res from Alec Wuethrich. That was some really good value there. Although it looks like Martin, are they? Well, here comes 8 mode from Brendon over here. Ryan is
going crazy.
Oh wow! Look at it! Oh, away he goes. He doesn't know what to do. He's afraid. There's an angry monkey. And to be honest, if I was right there and there was an angry monkey in front of me, I would have done the same thing. But
I think they could have held that. He shouldn't have hit the charge and die button. That's a very very ooh. Get away from it. Hurry, hide. Oh, we get one pick. Parakeet God could not find a safe corner to duck behind there. As Barberton pushes toward the 3rd and final spot here on this map. Fights are happening all over the place. This is a lot less of Barberton together on this map. I don't know if it's because we've got some of our JV players here, or maybe because we have a more divey comp with the ball and the monkey. But I mean, look how deep Brendon is over here.
Another weird mine, although that actually was, I guess it was sort of worth. It did get 2 picks, and it was in an enclosed area.
Yeah, maybe they felt like they could trap them in there, get those targets down, then get some point time on the clock.
It wasn't a bad one by any means, but
better than the last one, that's for sure.
Maybe the resource could have been saved, but it's okay.
Perhaps they're trying to get picks where they can because they know they can stagger them so hard, and then nobody's really coming to contest this. They're going over into the corner to fight, it looked like, but they really need to be touching point here because Barberton just got there with over 3 minutes left on the clock. But this was a much closer map than the previous one. I felt a lot better for Wooster on this. They were able to put up some defense. We saw some kills, which is something that was pretty rare on the last 2 maps. I think maybe there were 5 deaths on Barberton overall on the last 2 maps. But we saw, you know, more than I could count just casually glancing at the kill feed this map. I'd say it was somewhere around 20. Much more akin to what we normally see in Overwatch. Not nearly the total shutout that we were seeing early on. So mixing in these JV players, hopefully that'll give them some experience to kind of, you know, as they're doing things, hopefully Varsity is telling them things to work and improve upon. Looking at what they're doing right, looking at what they're doing wrong, and Varsity also might be trying out some synergies. Maybe you know, maybe Brendon and Alec on the ball and the monkey were trying to work more on their coordination to dive in and call out targets that they wanted to pick off in the back lines if you're going for a more aggressive play style. We're not privy to the comms here for this match, so we can't really know what they discussed. But let's take a look at how this defense is stacking up. We got ball again. Ball on defense is a little strange. It's on Brendon right here. That's also here. I know that he doesn't play as often, I don't think. And then we've got Alec, who is the secondary defense here. So we've got the frontal assault team here on defense, and then the rear guard up on the high ground. The rear guard's going to be kind of hanging around. One of Harris's favorite heroes here from our JV team over on the Farah. One thing they have to watch is there is a sniper on the other side, and every time they pop up in the air, that is easy pickings for a sniper. So they need to watch when they accelerate up in the air that they are aware that the sniper is here. So far, they're not really respecting that sniper, but now they're taking a little bit more caution, saying, oh, you know what, there is one up there. I need to watch, I need to duck and weave. You got to be careful using your jump jets to really get that verticality, because they will know about where you're going to land if they are a good sniper. Or not land, but settle in the air, and then they're going to capitalize on it. Oops, just barely keeping Brendon up right there as they duel with, looks like a lot of the car wash over here. Wow, okay, so pretty strong, solid defense from Barberton so far. Really, the rear guard over here hasn't had much to do, but their job is important. They're here to help if the frontal assault team here kind of has to fall back. It's a safe place that these heroes can retreat to, and that they can hold this point as Wooster eventually rounds this corner, should they be able to get enough charge. And they've got tick on the point, which is the first time we've seen that, I think, this map. Maybe they had a little bit of tick on the last offense on King's Row, but I'm not sure.
No more playing Jenga for the regard, as it looks like Wooster is trying to make a push from below.
Yeah, it looks like they really want to go up and engage here. I don't know if Arisa wanted to drop there or not. Might have been a little bit of a stumble. But while this is going on, Parakeet Guy getting some picks in the background here with the Taste of Rice here, helping them out. Always love some good grains with the Taste of Rice.
Absolutely. Aren't rice a grains like themselves?
I suppose you're right. A little bit of grain facts today with our Overwatch. As Brendon Robo comes in here, cleans it up along with Golden Pants. Parakeet God still holding down with the assistance of his pocketed Mercy here, which is Stamich, Brian Stamich alongside Kaeden Harris here. Getting the kills, keeping life up here. I wonder if the Junkrat will pop that bomb he's got up there and kind of... Nope, Mercy took it out. Or at least tapped it a bit. Did it take out? Yes.
Well, on the topic of grains, if Wooster does not take this point, this match may become ingrained in our minds if they don't.
Oh, it's a very good one there, Assistant Coach Ethan. It may be ingrained in Wooster's mind for sure, as they are really feeling the power and the pain from the Barberton Esports team here. The varsity team, even with the JV members coming in, really unnecessary mines there against one hero and nothing else. I think perhaps the varsity players are just not trying to hold on to their ults and just saying, hey, let's just ditch them and just fight them as we are, get more experience just with the regular mechanics of the heroes, because they might not feel that they need the ults.
Absolutely. On one hand, Ball's ultimate is very fast to charge, but versus one target when the fight's like already practically won, there was like 2 people in that room.
Here's a Zarya up by themselves, getting picked off. Oh, they're still alive. There the ult comes out, getting 2 by Parakeet God. I missed that a little bit here, but you know, we can see the kill feed in the upper right-hand corner of the screen.
Oh, they are absolutely within his sights.
Where are they? They're all below. They're down below in the lower battle here. Rez coming out to make sure Barberton does not lose anyone in this. Very rare to see people go through that low ground like that. Usually these upper area fights are more what we see. Cart for cover. No Diva Bomb hurting the B-Town players right here. Ult's coming out as they just want to clean up this cart and say, hey, we're done playing now. Thank you for the match, and GG's Wooster. But maybe Wooster can put some fight out here and get onto this cart and defend, but I'm not too sure. Barberton is really together here. They're no longer playing spread. They're saying, we're going to stack up on this, and you can try and take it from us. The thing is, they won't be able to. Time is up, and this is a Barberton victory. So, as this match comes to a close, it was nice to see some of our JV players coming up for varsity for a little bit of time here, and it was great to see Barberton having such a strong showing. But the thing is, next week they are going to be playing NC Hoover, which is the team in the other side of the Northeast Regional from last season. The team that came second place to Shaker, and a team that Barberton may have faced could they have advanced through the playoffs a little bit further. This means that that team is a high-tier team, and next week's match is going to look very, very different. Now, we still hope we see the Barberton victory at the end of the map, but the thing is that victory is going to be much, much more challenging to grab from the jaws of defeat. We will see if Barberton can do it next week when we get the next map, the next replay posted up for you guys. Coach Ethan, any closing thoughts?
Next week is definitely going to likely be a hard-fought match from Barberton. They are definitely going to need to bleed some purple, as is the
phrase,
the motto of the Magics.
Absolutely, and you know what? To Wooster, I say, hey, you know, Barberton High School was once in the same position that you guys were in. You guys fought well, and you know, you just need to play together a bit more and get some more experience under your belts. And soon, I'm sure the next time that we face each other, it will be a much closer match. And I look forward to that day when we get to see that rematch, perhaps next season, perhaps in a scrimmage, wherever it is. Good luck to them in this season. And good luck to the Magics as well, of course. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next week.